Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the TBROS podcast. This is episode 27. I am your host, Connor Toma, and with me, as always, is my weird big brother,
D-Money.
Dayton Toma.
What's up, bro?
So, it's been a while, I guess, again.
I mean, just one day late, technically.
Yeah, I guess so. If you're posting this tomorrow, today is Wednesday, March 1st. The greatest month of the spring, of
We
course.
just had a lot of busy days recently.
Yes, of course. And March, it's a good month. It's a good month of March.
Why?
I mean, just a lot of stuff happening. Basketball, baseball begins.
I mean, the first one's more important, but yeah.
Sure.
Got him.
But one of the reasons why this weekend it was hard for us to record was I had a visit for college. It's not really a visit. It's a
Orientation.
right. So I'm already committed into the college. It's just it was a day where all the freshmen or transfers. There are some older people there too, older than you, even there.
Yeah.
Who were just there because they were transferring in for the first time, and they taught us all about the cultures of the school and all that, the events that happen and stuff. We also had a time where we get our schedules for our first 2 semesters. So that's pretty stressful stuff, I'll be honest with you.
Stressful stuff. What's wrong? What's stressful about it?
Oh, it's just I don't want to take a class that I'm gonna regret or anything. You know what I mean? So
Like what? I need an example.
well, no, there's no real regret. There's no real example. It's just I really just want to make sure I'm taking the best classes I can. And and also classes that I want to do. So,
yeah.
For example, in my fall semester, I my advisor, I guess, he created our schedules for us, and at the end of the day, I went to him and I switched his schedule that he made with one that I made, and so he had me in art appreciation. I don't want to do art.
Which doesn't sound bad.
No, Mom took it, and yeah.
What? She said she didn't like it?
No, well, that's her thing.
Yeah.
She did art in college. That's her whole thing, you know what I mean? And so, no, I switched it out for music appreciation. You did that class too.
Yeah.
Well, it's not called that. It's called music experience of something.
I still have the textbook somewhere because I forgot to take it back.
It's probably charging you money too, ain't it?
No, just one time.
And so that's cool. I mean, I'm still in band today at high school, so that's pretty cool.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty excited for it. Just to have my schedule for my first semester of college,
Yeah.
just to know what I'm going to be doing. I can't really set out true routines yet, just because I still don't know what I'm doing with the basketball team.
Yeah. When do they start practice?
I don't know a thing about it.
You haven't been texting coach or anything? You're like his right-hand man.
No. They just won the conference championship.
Oh, for real?
Mm-hmm.
Damn.
Like how Missouri is going to start in the SEC conference tournament soon.
Yeah.
In a week or so.
Yeah.
They just had theirs, and they were they were the number 1 seed, and they won the whole thing. Guys and girls won it.
Damn.
So I think they'll actually be going into their to the equivalent of the NCAA tournament for their conference.
What division are they?
NAIA, which is
that's right,
below Division 3.
Because you were talking about Reese.
Right, getting Player of the Week.
That's cool. Reese Clapp
That's
got
very
player of the
cool.
week.
Yeah, very cool. Pitched 5 innings.
If
Struck
you ever
out
watch any
14
Blitzball, you know
people.
who he is.
Struck out 14 people in five innings.
Baller.
Pretty cool. He allowed 1 hit. Yeah.
Baller.
Pretty cool. Pitcher of the week, not really player of the week, but pitcher of the week through a whole like classic, a whole division.
Yeah.
In the whole entire nation, he was the pitcher of the week for it. So that's pretty cool.
Dope.
So yeah, Saturday, this past week, had that was there from 8 to 4.
How many hours did you get?
15.
Oh, 15.
5 classes.
Damn, car gonna grind.
I have.
Okay, yeah, explain it.
Go on. What was your
You
question?
don't have any days without any classes, or do you have like 4 on some days and 2 on other days?
That's great.
That's what I was gonna ask.
I was
Come on,
about to explain
go for
that.
it.
I was about to explain it. I have 3 on Monday, 2 on Tuesday, 3 on Wednesday, 2 on Tuesday, and
Thursday.
and 2 on Thursday. So yeah,
Okay.
and then 2 on Friday.
How does that add up to 15?
That's 5 classes.
Is it?
Mm-hmm. Well, classes
How many hours are each class then?
3.
Oh, okay.
Well, what do you mean?
Never mind.
What do you mean hours?
Yeah, I thought
Hours of real time or credit hours?
credit hours.
3 hours per class.
All of them are.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. Cool.
And classes meet multiple times.
So you don't have any time off then, basically.
I definitely like Tuesdays and Thursdays, yeah.
You're gonna be grinding.
Monday, really, I do too.
You gonna be working?
Yeah, I'll try. It's gonna be pretty hard still.
Or we're gonna do the podcast.
Well, yeah, we'll try and do that too.
You know how difficult it's gonna be,
That'll be good.
like with you traveling.
I'll be here at least a lot of weeks, so I'll be here to do it.
Like if you leave Saturday and like go to Arkansas for 3 days or whatever.
Yeah.
We're not. It's gonna be damn near impossible.
Nah, I'll be good.
I'll have to solo it,
We'll do it on Zoom, dude.
or I'll have to bring in the old man.
Ah, dude, do it on Zoom. That'd be cool, actually, that too. He probably wouldn't do it, but I bet he would.
Yeah, he would.
I bet he would.
Why wouldn't he?
I bet he would. Yeah, so that could be, but I'm sure we'll have time to do it. We'll have time to do it all. So,
Yeah.
I'm sure it's not going to be as much as I think. Just because I know my classes, my earliest class is like 9:30,
Yeah.
and then some days
Really, your earliest class?
is 9:30. Yeah.
You should have done more hours
Why?
just to get it out of the way.
No.
You should have done like 17.
I was recommended to do 15.
Did he know that you were like part of the basketball team?
I have no idea.
Oh, okay.
And then my earliest class is 9:30 or so, and then I have days where my first class starts at 10 as well. So
Dang.
yeah,
Did you see the rec room?
yeah, I've seen it all.
Was it hype?
Yeah, it's cool.
Can you bring guests?
I don't know.
Okay. I'm asking for a friend though.
Right, right. I'll have like premium access to a lot of things just with sports and stuff. So
Yeah.
yeah.
We'll see what happens.
Yeah. I'm excited to get into that whole entire college thing. It's a lot of money though. But the way I understand it, it's going to be okay through my college life
Cool.
because the total that I've gotten I have to pay off through college. It doesn't seem like a lot for a four year span. So yeah, it should be all right. Should be all right.
Connor won't even move in with me, man. That's cruel.
Nah, man, I'm not gonna do that. Heck, I know 2 of my friends from school are living on the dorms on
zoo?
campus. No, at Columbia College.
Who is it? Just say their first name.
Isaac and Nate.
Dang.
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
kind of hype. You don't
Yeah.
want to move in with them?
I don't-
Really?
No, too expensive, man.
What?
Nah, man.
It's experience.
No,
Hey, look.
man.
Joe's going to get rid of it anyways.
Yeah,
You might as well go for it.
That could happen. And then I'd become just a big fat liberal right there. I'm just kidding.
You know how much that pissed me off? Like, I might go berserk mode.
I wouldn't.
Mm-hmm.
No, I mean, I wouldn't. I don't really. Yeah. But, no, I mean, I should be. I'm going to hang out with them still. Like, I'm getting a lunch or a meal plan for them, too.
Ooh, hype.
Because, what I've been told the best way to do it is, so I have Mondays, Wednesdays, and Fridays, I have classes that start at like 9 to 10.
Yeah.
Then my next class is like 10 to 11.
Yeah.
So I have like 10 minutes to go from one class to the next one. Then I have like a 2-hour break. It's like 11 to like 1.
Mm-hmm.
I have a break, and I've been told don't go home, even though it's 10 minutes away. Don't go home. Stay there and do like your homework. Like pretend that time is like a study hall at school.
Yeah.
Um,
How's their lunch
very good
program?
We had it on Saturday.
What'd you have?
So they have a big old buffet.
I see you smiling. I know what you're gonna say.
It's really good, man. They had big old buffet. It's all free with the card when I get the meal plan.
Yeah.
But I had a plate of mac and cheese, mashed potatoes and gravy, and a breadstick. I was gonna have like a slice of pizza too, but I couldn't. They were all stuck together. He didn't cut it, so.
Was there anything healthy there?
Oh yeah, I mean there's a salad bar and stuff.
Was there like meat?
Yeah, but I didn't see it when I got my plate.
Like non-fried meat?
I don't know. I saw people with chicken strips.
Is it like bacon and eggs?
It was 12 o'clock, so no.
Damn. So there's definitely nothing healthy there.
This
is your time, bro, to get ripped.
No, there is. I mean, I just didn't look at the whole entire.
You got the basketball bros you work out with.
Pulled pork sandwiches.
You got
and stuff.
the wreck there.
You hear that?
Yeah, but they're covered in barbecue sauce and stuff.
No, they really
Get
weren't.
ripped.
So
Hulk mode, Hulk smash.
with the meal plan I'm getting, it's like for the whole entire semester, it like averages 99 swipes per day.
Damn.
So that's 99 meals I could get per day.
Damn.
Obviously, I won't use that, but like that's how many times I could actually use it.
That's kind of weird, I guess. Okay.
Yeah.
You could give it to me.
I mean, yeah, I could let you in.
You
And
could give it to me.
could let you in and get free
Get
food.
free food.
Well, I'm paying for it, but it's like $1,300 a semester.
Damn, son.
Yeah.
Just when you're at class and just you can check your card to me.
You walk in and I'm just like,
Yeah. You Spider-Man that shit over to
you
me.
couldn't do that. My classes are small, so. You do know that they limit them. The most people you can have in one class is 30 students.
Dang.
So it's like school, like our school now.
Dang. That make you happy?
Yeah, because it's not. It seems like I'm not even doing a transition really.
Is it a lot of computer stuff?
I don't know. I don't know.
You know how big my first physics class was?
Like 250.
Like 600.
Holy shit! Yeah. I don't even think they have an auditorium for that big.
Oh, it was big.
Yeah.
So it was in I forgot the name of it, the physics building.
Mm-hmm.
And there's probably, I think there's 4 of those rooms. They're probably like
Mhm.
600 students big.
Mhm.
Huge. Gargantuan.
So, how is that like?
I mean, everything's on the computer. You literally, the only reason you show up to class is because you'd have to like sign in to say you're there, like attendance.
Mm.
Other than that, like everything was on computer.
Did
Like it sucks so much balls.
So was it like a Mr. Like Richland's class for
No,
example?
Richards is way better because he actually taught.
So did
Like the teacher
professor
just be
not
like,
do
here's
anything?
this file, and we're gonna go through this file,
Mhm.
and here's what this file says.
Did he go through it?
Yeah.
It's so kind of like what Miss Richards
No,
does.
but Jack would write stuff on the chalkboard,
Yeah.
and he'd help you do stuff.
Yeah. So he didn't. Your teacher didn't.
It was an Asian woman, and I could barely understand her.
Oh. I'm not gonna say more.
What?
But
Trisha Takanawa. Connor's laughing
Alright.
on the inside. He's trying to be professional.
Yep. I got scholarship money to think about.
Oh, don't be like that. You said some ridiculous shit on here.
No, I haven't.
Pull it up, Dayton.
What have I
Insert
said?
into the podcast.
What have I said?
I don't know. We'll go find some stuff. I got 27 episodes worth of stuff.
Hell, you've talked about the spy balloon and Andrew Tate and
That's like the real world.
calling people monkeys and shit.
When did I say that?
Oh, shut up! Like the second episode. That was a long time ago. But
Yeah, I had big classes.
yeah.
My music appreciation class, probably like 400 kids.
Yeah, I'm gonna have 30 kids tops,
Mm-hmm.
which I'm
I
excited.
was with Sam. Me and Sam sat next to each other the whole time.
Really?
Yep.
Wow.
And me and Joey were in physics, so me and Joey sat next to each other.
Joey Burris.
Yep.
Yeah.
Hype.
Yeah, I didn't know who it was, but that's cool. Wow. Yeah. I don't have those classes. Now, how long did you stay at college? I don't know, like
A semester.
one semester.
Yeah.
Yeah, heck, I'm not in any of those classes, physics or nothing.
I had physics, calculus, nutrition. I'm going to keep going.
That's 3,
Political science,
4. Music appreciation.
music appreciation. Yeah, it's 5.
Yeah, that's 5 right there.
I'd had one more. I think there was, or one of them was like a 6 or a 4 credit one, or something. But I had credits going in. I had 12 credits going in.
I have a lot too.
So
I have a lot too. I'm taking in.
I wanted to do AP physics in high school,
Mm-hmm.
but we didn't have enough people to do it.
Mm-hmm.
Pissed me off. Otherwise, I wouldn't have to done physics. And it was trying to do physics and calculus at the same time was kind of brutal.
I didn't like physics at school, so at high school, I'm taking in English Comp 1 and 2.
Really, you have? You're not doing advanced over there?
What are you talking about?
Like with we already did English like in high school, like the college level.
That is. I'm taking in to college.
Oh, okay. Keep going. I thought you were talking about your classes. in
No,
college.
this is my classes
Yeah.
that I'm taking that I've already done.
Yeah.
I've taken English Comp 1 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
I'm taking currently college algebra and statistics
Yeah.
and
I did college algebra.
AP biology. So,
AP biology, really?
yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah.
What'd you do last year? Normal biology?
No, AP biology. Last year.
Oh, you're not doing anything this year?
No, I'm not doing science.
Yeah, we
no.
didn't have the choice for AP biology.
Most of my class did. We did it.
We didn't have the choice. I didn't have the choice.
It was a lot. To me, it seemed easier than the regular class because I sat by one of my classmates who was taking the regular one, and like our test compared to his,
Mm-hmm.
ours were online.
Yeah.
His was printed by Mr. Richens,
Yeah.
and he had like no multiple choice on his. Ours was all multiple choice.
Yeah, probably because Jack could like fib it and stuff, and they don't want that happening.
So it was. I mean, I did pretty good. So, but yeah, pretty exciting. My classes. So I'm gonna try and remember all the classes I'm taking for my first semester. Music appreciation is one of them.
Mm-hmm.
World history,
Okay.
or no, it might be U.S. history since 1877. I think.
They don't want to go back before that.
Well, no, there is a class from 2. Or,
Yeah.
to 1877 from the beginning to that.
Yeah.
But I'm taking the one since that. So there's 2, like a foundations class for my major.
What's a foundations class?
I guess it's like a required class for my business degree.
Okay.
I don't know what's called besides a foundation class. Intro to speech. So I have to give a speech, which I'm doing a podcast.
Yeah, but there's just me, and I'm shirtless with my pecs hanging out.
If that's what you want to call him, yeah.
Oh man, he got him. I just teed it up hard. If he missed that, it'd been bad.
There's one more, but I don't know what it's called.
And a math, not a math.
No, oh crap! I was gonna say environmental science, but that's my spring semester. No, there's one more, but I don't know what it's called. No math or English in my first 2 semesters, though.
Dang.
Yeah. So that's pretty exciting. So, yeah.
Cool, bro.
Yeah. So, that's about it with college for now. So,
take it away, host. Where are we going?
So, yeah. So, you guys know about our basketball tournament that just happened. We talked about that last week, right? Yes. And, well, right after my basketball tournament, baseball practice has now begun at my school. And so now the shift has came to baseball. We have a lot less guys than I thought we would.
How many?
I think yesterday we had 13 at practice.
Oh, shit.
At practice, 13 people. Maybe.
Are you Nate, Isaac?
Isaac, Zeke, yeah.
Okay.
That's the only seniors. So then
yeah, Declan's not doing it. And Silas isn't doing
and
it.
Silas both quit, and Keyshawn hasn't ever. So
you're not gonna get Keyshawn to play?
we tried to. He just doesn't want to.
Oh, you gotta tell him. You can convince him.
It's too late now.
No, it ain't.
Yeah.
Oh, he could do it.
No. So we're looking okay. There's so many guys that just have never played before.
You'll be Gucci.
They just don't know how to play baseball.
You don't even want to talk about my first season, Connor.
Yeah, I know. You guys won 1 game, and it's because of you.
I don't know if it was.
You hit that walk-off, like, inside the Parker or something.
I don't remember.
I was there.
I don't know if that's true.
I watched
These are Connor facts.
No.
But I remember losing like 27-3 one time.
Well,
to Cags.
Last year was really bad, too, for us. We won 2 games.
Did you really?
Yeah.
Oof.
Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah.
I remember Joplin being hyped, though.
When?
You were on that turf field? I forgot.
That college field?
Yeah.
We only played 2 games, though.
Yeah, but it was hyped, though.
And then the rest of it got canceled.
Yeah.
But, yeah, this year I was named a captain of the varsity team.
Hype.
Me and Isaac. Isaac's first
Big
time.
responsibility.
This is my 4th time. So Isaac's really excited about it. I congratulated him because I know he's wanted that a lot.
Yeah.
So that's my 4th time. I started in middle school on the varsity team. You know that, but they don't. I was in 8th grade and I was starting on varsity, like one of the starting pitchers on varsity.
Connor and I were this close to being on the team at the same time.
I could have.
Close.
I would have started when you were senior year for sure.
Very close.
I believe I would have. I was that
it never happened.
That was the peak of my competitive career, so I definitely would have started my 7th grade year too. I definitely would have. I truly believe. But unfortunately, Dayton graduated when I was in 7th grade, and then 8th grade, I was a starter on the varsity team. So
and then
we didn't get to play.
Was it 9th grade that got canceled or whatever?
My freshman year got canceled the day of our first game
because of the virus of unknown origin.
Yes, that Chinese virus. Literally the day of our first game of the season, the game canceled, and then our school 2 days later was canceled.
The good old days, Connor. Come on.
I mean, I liked it.
High school, baby.
I played a lot of Destiny, man. Like a lot.
You know how I would have been
shit.
so hyped if I was in high school.
Yeah. Well, I
I was still working.
I have different opinions, I think, on high school than you do.
Why? What's the
I
different opinion you think that you have that I don't?
that these have been the best years of my life so far.
Nah.
I feel like you wouldn't agree with that at all.
You gotta look to the future,
Like,
bro.
like when you were my age, you would have been like, man,
School?
I can't freaking wait, man.
School
to get outta
sucks.
here." No, it's not that bad, Dayton. And that's an opinion that we differ on as well. So, I don't think it's that bad. Now, I definitely am excited to not have to do like work and stuff like that, like schoolwork.
What do you mean? You have college.
Schoolwork. No, still, I like after. I'm after college, but but that sucks. But like school itself isn't that bad at all. But yeah, 8th grade year, was starting on varsity, and then I've been a captain ever since then.
Yeah.
On the varsity team.
Hype.
Yeah, that's the one sport I'm pretty dang good at. Maybe soccer too.
Mm-hmm.
It's my only all-state award, so that's cool. But yeah, baseball, pretty excited. My arm really hurts for blitzball reasons.
Oh, I was about to say unknown reasons.
Blitzball, then attempting to throw thumbers and disc golf.
Boy, what hurts? Elbow or shoulder?
Both.
Worse. Which one's worse?
Which is weird. Probably right now shoulder.
Okay.
Usually, so my whole entire career at baseball, which is a lot of baseball, my arm hasn't hurt too bad.
Mm-hmm.
It's just fatigue pain, really. It's not like the painful things like that. But recently it has. But like usually it's like it's not when I first start throwing.
Mm-hmm.
But it's like in the middle of our warm ups, like our just little tosses, it'll start hurt. Go hurt. And then by the time we're getting into drills, they'll stop. They'll be fine again. I can throw as much as I want.
Mm-hmm.
So, but the team's okay. We have the same coach I've had since I was in middle school.
What's his first name?
Roy.
Good old Roy.
We'll get you there.
Missouri, baby.
Definitely.
You know you're from Missouri when your name is Roy.
Definitely. We have an assistant coach now.
It's like Rick and Morty.
First year at the school. He's very cool. I like him a lot, and he knows what he's doing in baseball. He'll probably take over the job next year, I reckon.
You don't think Roy's coming back?
He's told us probably not.
Damn.
So
Good thing you're not coming back.
no, I'd rather come back if this assistant's going to be our head coach next year. He's awesome. He's incredible. But the team's going to be all right.
You're going to win state?
Hey, yeah.
No, it's not going to happen.
Probably not, but I'm always, you got to be positive about it, especially as a captain. You want to bring up your team.
Are you doing good in batting? Or?
We haven't done much, but yeah, I've definitely
really. You guys are
I've
screwing
definitely
around.
been the best one.
We got 2 weeks till your first game.
I've definitely been the 14th. Yeah, I've definitely been the best player on the team so far, of course. But I'm not going to say that to them. I'm going to keep it encouraging. There's a lot of young ones that haven't played before, and and a few of them are actually doing really, really good.
Yeah.
For not playing since T-ball.
Yeah.
And I'm like, wow, awesome. And then so it's just really just teaching them the little things. Baseball's so complex, and there's so many steps that you look at baseball and you wouldn't think it's so complex, but it's the most complex there is.
Yeah.
You know that, I'm sure. Probably not as much as me, but still, we gotta just keep working, and it's just repetition for the young ones that don't know what they're doing yet.
Yep.
So, but that's why me and Isaac and a few others are here to really encourage them and tell them. The best players in the whole entire world fail 70% of the time in baseball, which that's crazy. Still, that's crazy. the best players to ever play baseball fail 70% of the time.
Yeah, but if they played you guys, they'd fail 5% of the time.
That that doesn't matter.
Mm-hmm.
No. It's just for the kids that are getting upset with themselves. Like I try to remind them that that's baseball for you. So
Yeah.
yeah, that's baseball. Pretty excited. 2 weeks before our first game, we have a lot of away games to start off our season, and then there's like 12 home games straight.
For real?
Then 2 away games within our tournament.
Dang,
Yeah.
son.
There's a Saturday game too. We don't have a lot of those usually. So yeah, let's get through to Missouri hoops. I know you're excited to talk about basketball. You like your
Well, yeah, that's the best sport.
your basketball. I beg to differ, but that's okay. We differ a lot. So Missouri Tigers are actually playing tonight, the March 1st. They're playing the LSU Tigers, who are actually at the bottom of the standings.
Do we have the SEC network?
Yes, sir. 611 is the channel.
Dang.
Yes. So the 21-8 and 9-7 Missouri Tigers, 9-7 in the conference, 21-8 overall, are playing the 13-6 and 16 and 2-14
Oof.
LSU Tigers.
We're catching that dub.
We're favored pretty heavily tonight.
We're catching that dub.
Pretty heavily tonight.
61%.
We also play on Saturday versus the Ole Miss Rebels, who are 3-14 in the conference and are 11-19 overall.
Dang.
So we have 2 of the bottom 3 teams in our conference left for the rest of the season. We are praying to dear Jesus that Tennessee loses.
Who are they playing?
Tennessee or Kentucky lose. I don't.
I'll look. I can look,
We
bro.
are looking for them to lose at least one of their 2 games. They play Auburn,
Ooh, shit.
but I don't.
Yeah, I see that.
Auburn is their last
I hate
game
to tell you they're not going to lose.
at Auburn. You're probably correct, but we would love them to, so we can.
So what? How many of the SEC teams make it into the tournament?
What tournament?
The SEC tournament.
All of them.
Everybody does?
All of them.
How many does it take to get out of it?
What are you talking about?
How many people go to the March Madness bracket?
Well, there's 16 times 4. 64.
Okay.
What are you talking about?
So how many people out of the SEC conference will go to that bracket, the 64?
Probably.
Or does it is it by ranking or something?
It's by your resume of wins and losses.
So it's not by conference, not a certain amount of conference people. It's just by your ranking.
No, that doesn't matter at all. Missouri could, or the SEC could have 1 or 2 or 0,
or the whole
even.
conference if they went.
Or all 14 if they were all really good.
That'd be baller. You know how baller that'd be?
I
You think we'll make it to the 64?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
32?
For sure. We have to win the first game, which in recent memory, I've watched them play twice in the tournament, and we've lost both times. Once to Florida State and once to Oklahoma.
Okay, so no confidence. They don't even have the bracket made yet. When does it even start?
2 weeks, 3 weeks.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay.
Because we still have 2 more games than we have our tournament still to play.
Yeah.
So,
Damn. Getting mad.
March Madness is happening. Yes. I know lower divisions have already started. Like Columbia College has already been playing in their conference
So
tournament.
they played the conference and they won. You said
They won their the conference tournament. Yeah.
And so what's after that?
In their mini IA tournament.
Hype.
So
Cool.
their national tournament.
Cool.
So
So are they like the best in Missouri of the NAIA then?
they are the best in their conference for
Which
sure.
is? Come,
Like,
you go there.
it's
Come on,
like
kid.
the MAC. It's like Mid-American Conference.
I'm going to look it up.
No,
Keep talking, though.
It's the Mid-American Conference. It's the MAC Conference. It's the Mid-American Conference. They just won it. Which has teams from...
Columbia College Cougars.
They have a lot of Missouri, Arkansas, and Illinois in that conference. So...
There is no news whatsoever.
Yeah. I bet you're not going to find much.
There's nothing on ESPN about this.
No. There's not going to be.
Okay.
It's not going to be.
Keep going.
But,
host man.
Missouri playing two of the worst teams in the SEC should end up with 23 wins, which is a lot of wins. And now we just have to see who we're playing. I mean, I would love to get in the top 4 seeds for the conference tournament because you get a bye through the first 2 rounds of the tournament.
Damn.
If you're a top 4.
So you really want Tennessee or them to lose?
We would love to be in the top 4 seeds.
LSU's in the conference, correct? Yeah.
Yes.
And Ole Miss is
Also in the conference.
also in the conference.
Of course, we're playing the last 2. Yeah. Why does that matter?
Well, I'm just, if you're going to try and rise up in the ranks in the conference.
Well, we need
gotta
the
play
others.
conference
We
one.
need the other ones to lose.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. We'd be tied, though, with Tennessee if they lost.
They're actually a game and a half ahead of us. Technically, no.
Oof.
Technically, no. Because they'd be going to 11 and 7. We'd be going to also 11 and 7. And, well, we beat them, didn't we?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, with the buzzer beater. So we may be ahead.
Our overall would be better.
If they, it's the conference that matters. If we win out and they lose to Auburn, we would jump ahead of them. But also, we don't want Auburn to be ahead to get with us either because they're all tied. We're tied with Auburn and Vanderbilt right there, as you can see.
Interesting.
So, but Missouri, first-year coach turned us around big time.
Yeah, but they I don't know, Connor.
What?
They're whack.
How?
Well, they're not consistent.
I mean, offensively we are.
They'll get blown out by Auburn, but 89-56.
And Alabama didn't get blown out. They did too.
Yeah, but they're 15-1 though. There's a difference.
Okay, they got blown out as well, big time. So I don't know why.
It's like
that
win,
matters.
loss, win, loss, win, loss, win, loss, all the way
So.
up the roster.
But pretty exciting.
Cool.
Missouri, Dennis Gates he's been great,
From
and Cleveland State.
correct.
Yeah,
Who else? Who do you bring with them?
like 90%. Chameleon, all those guys. Demonte Hodge, Demoy Hodge, all those.
Honor.
Nick Honor. They're all seniors too, which kind of sucks.
Is
So
whack.
we'll see how. With Konzo, not the last year, but the last year, when we made the tournament and we were ranked 10th. We were
Yeah.
ranked 10th in the nation at one point.
Yeah.
They were all seniors too, with the 3 Drew Smiths and Jeremiah Tillman.
Yeah.
That team, we were ranked 10th at one point and made the conference because I guess experience is where it comes. It's just
We don't have a good
because it's a big deal.
long-term coaching staff.
No, I mean the the longest one was Norm Stewart. So, which is one of the best coaches of all time in the history of the sport.
Mm-hmm.
So, but Dennis Gates is not very old, so we'll see how long.
Yeah, but how long is he
sticks.
going to stay here though? See, that's the question.
We'll see. I mean,
Kwanzaa was here for not very long.
I mean, if he keeps on winning, 20 20 plus games. He'll be here for a long time.
Until he leaves.
Why would he?
Go to a better school.
It's a big school. Big school in the best conference in America. Don't know why he would leave. So, yeah, that's very exciting.
You're telling me if Kentucky hired him, he wouldn't go?
I mean,
if they take us to the final 16?
they're not much better than us right now. They just had the see. There's a big difference with them and us. This year, they had they have the recruits because their name is Kentucky.
Mm-hmm.
We don't because we're Missouri.
Yeah.
Kentucky now they see people are leaving them and going to different SEC schools like Alabama and Tennessee because they are now running the conference.
Yeah. Alabama, I don't know how they're doing it. It's a cheat code.
Best team
I
in
bet their
football,
like
best
academics
team in
like
Alabama.
sucks. Like I've never looked into like their requirements or anything, but they put so much money into their sports.
Yeah, I mean,
It's basically just a sport like organization.
they're guaranteed to be in like the top 5 of football every single year, and now they're the number 2 team in basketball this year. So
Yeah.
and they were the one for like 2 or 3 weeks.
Yeah.
So
Doesn't make
and
sense.
Tennessee the same way.
I don't know how we're not ranked, but whatever.
We have some poor that Auburn loss really hurt us. We've been on the precipice of being ranked.
Big Wolf O'Connor.
Yeah, we were right there being ranked, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then we would drop a game.
Mm.
Then that would drop us back down. We would win a big game, and we go back to that same spot we were. Then we would lose a game and drop back down. So that's why.
What happened last night?
What are you talking about?
What happened? What'd you do last night?
I don't know. The awards ceremony.
Yeah. What happened?
We had an awards ceremony for basketball. I don't know.
Pretty hype, isn't it?
No,
Your last one.
I didn't really care. I didn't even. Put
What
that
award
down.
did you get?
I got the we call it the Nehemiah Award
What's it for?
because we're Jesus.
Because we're Jesus.
It's like an award for, and he gave it because it said on there good and inspiring teammates.
Yeah.
Which I guess I'm a good teammate.
I mean, Connor was hype.
I guess I'm
Connor
good.
was the only one on the bench that was hype. I'll say that.
I'm a good teammate, so
He will be lit as a manager.
yeah, I will be. You're right. You see me in the NBA one day, that big swole dude with a polo on the bench. Yeah.
I forgot the name of the school. We literally looked him up.
Northwestern.
Northwestern, that's right. We looked up his name, too. I forgot all about that.
I don't know what
We
his
talked about it
name
like
is.
2 weeks ago.
I don't know what his name
The
is.
Northwestern guy.
Yeah. The swole
He's just huge white guy. Swole
athletic director
motherfucker.
or something.
Yeah, athletic director.
No, sports conditioning coach.
Yeah, conditioning coach.
Not the athletic
Big
director.
football motherfucker. And he'd be out there, it'd be 20 degrees, he'd be in a polo t-shirt.
And he had pecs, like real pecs.
Yeah, he's a big
And
motherfucker.
sticking out, just like "Roo."
He cut diamonds with his nipples.
Yeah. Yeah. That'll be me one day. A short, just muscle ball out there
Yeah.
with my polo on. That'll be me next year, I think. Hopefully. So yeah, sports. Pretty exciting. Baseball starts soon. The Royals start soon. March 30th is opening day. I'm a Royals fan, if you guys don't know. That's what a lot of people do when I say that, but baseball, man, I just can't get enough. It's so exciting because I love watching my Royals.
How many games are you going to this year?
Oh, I mean, I hope quite a few more than last year. We went to one last year, 2 last year, but one was Cardinals game. I know a lot of casual fans are going to be showing up to more games this year. More casual fans will be watching more games this year.
I know you and Dad had this argument the other day
I think I'm right.
because they changed some rules around to make the game shorter.
I think he's.
What rules did they change?
I think he's bullshitting me. So the games are shorter now. There's a pitch clock now. There's a pitch clock.
I thought they always had a pitch clock,
No.
like 30 seconds or
No.
something.
There's never been a pitch clock.
Does not delay a game?
No.
You sure?
No. Uh-huh.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's the pitch clock?
So 15 seconds.
Okay.
15 seconds with no batters on. And then 20 with batters on.
So so they break this rule.
All right. So let's say the batter is in the box ready to go.
Mm-hmm.
And the pitcher is not on the rubber ready to pitch
Yeah.
when the clock is at 1 or 2 or something and it hits 0.
Yeah.
That is an automatic ball to the count.
Yeah.
So it would start 1-0 then. Be 1-0.
So they better have fat clocks behind the
There is.
the batter.
There is. It's right. You can see it on the TV screen.
So the only person that can get in trouble is the pitcher.
No, the batter can also get in trouble
Because
if the batter is not in the box ready to go. They could even get in trouble for being in the box still. You know how people are
their gay stuff.
getting set up and stuff in the box.
Mm-hmm.
If they are not hands on the bat looking at the pitcher when there's 8 seconds on that clock,
Mm-hmm.
that's a strike.
8 seconds. I thought it was 15 seconds.
Yeah. So listen, it goes.
Now they're making this complicated.
No, it starts at 15 seconds.
Mm-hmm.
The pitcher gets 15.
Mm-hmm.
The hitter gets until the clock says 8.
Yeah.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah,
But what about the 20-second thing you just said?
that's if there's a batter on base.
Oh.
And I'm not sure what the hitter rules are with that. I'm not sure yet. But yeah, because you have to add some more time for him to check on the runner. You know what I mean?
So we could definitely average this out to see how long it take to do a game.
Yeah. So last year,
Mm-hmm.
an average in MLB game was 3 hours and 3 minutes.
Yeah.
And I like to use the Royals as an example. Royals just played the Seattle Mariners. There was 25 total hits and 15 total runs combined.
Mm-hmm.
That's a lot of offense. That is an incredible amount of offense.
Mm-hmm.
That took 2 hours and 25 minutes.
Dang. So our ERA is just going to go way up.
I don't know.
We're going to see these whack ERA numbers.
Well, it's still spring training, so a lot of the main guys aren't playing still. But for that game, that would take a 4-hour-long game because the offense keeps games longer.
Yeah.
But with the pitch clock, that game was 2 hours and 25 minutes.
Yeah.
That's freaking cool. So like a game that goes 1-0, that game could be as short as 2 hours, maybe even less.
Yeah. Good, bad.
For a casual fan, it's very awesome. For the MLB trying to bring in fans to watch more baseball, that is awesome.
Baseball's dying.
Because people do not want to sit there and watch a 3-hour-long baseball game. I'll do that. If the Royals had a doubleheader, I'll sit there and watch 8 hours of it.
Yeah.
I'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
But not a lot of people will. See, I'm a hard baseball fan. Heck, I'll sit there. Heck, I could tell you our whole 25-man roster, man. Could tell you everything. I could tell you all of the rules of baseball.
Mm-hmm.
And I'll sit there and I'll watch a 4-hour-long game. But not a lot of guys will. Or just people in general. They just won't. So they're trying to shorten it to, therefore, have more fans watch a shorter game.
They need to have you get to base and you have to box somebody.
Okay, you could start that.
There we go. Boxing baseball.
The Major League BB, the MLBB, the Major League Boxing Baseball, man.
Yeah.
So there's two more major things that they changed.
Mm-hmm.
One is the bases are larger,
Mm-hmm.
so they've almost doubled in size.
Are they like bags now?
No, they're still the same bases,
Okay.
but they're just bigger.
Yeah.
They're just bigger. Therefore, that just means more stolen bases and more infield hits because it's closer in between the bases now. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Because the bases are larger. That also means less injuries too, because I know a lot of first basemen have gotten hurt from people stepping on the back of their heels with the cleats. That happens quite often, usually, actually.
I ask if there's bags because they were like that back in the day,
Yeah, I mean,
like in the 30s, and they were like way safer. Because like there's the Bryce Harper example of him slipping off the base and stuff.
I'm actually a young star in LA for the Dodgers is out for this whole season because he got hurt this past 2 days ago, sliding into third base.
Yeah.
Tore his ACL on the base.
Yep. If you watch like Babe Ruth play, they're like they're like sacks of like hay, like they're nailed into the ground and they'll like move around and stuff.
Yeah.
It's harder to see who got out, but it's way safer because you're just like a pillow sack.
I'm fine with the bases now. So that's one thing they changed. They also they banned the shift. The shift is no more.
Really?
Yeah.
Interesting.
So you know how the shift works. You can have three guys on one side of the infield, then just have the first baseman on the other side. You can't do that now. You have to have players. I'm pretty sure they have now painted lines on the infield, and there has to be two guys on one side and two guys on the other. Same thing with the outfield too.
Well, it'd probably just be like a center line, wouldn't it?
No, I don't. I think it's a little bit off of first base. I might be, or second base. I might be wrong though. But yeah, you have to have two guys on one side and two guys on the other.
So I don't know.
That also means more hits though. So because
but it means pitchers would have to be baller. Like they're putting so much pressure on pitchers now.
Pitchers are gonna have to do better for sure. But yeah,
okie dokie.
It's very cool. Yeah.
Cool, bro.
It's very cool.
What's the next topic, bro?
I mean, we could talk.
Host, man.
I mean, I didn't put it on here, but if you really want, we could talk about more sports. There's the first disc golf pro tour event was this weekend. The Las Vegas Challenge. It's usually the number one stop on the tour.
Who won?
Spoilers, if you guys don't want to know. Because I get spoiled all the time. And I don't enjoy it.
No one listens to the podcast. And B, no one who cares about disc golf listens to the podcast.
Disco blow up, dude. Calvin Heimberg won. It now makes him fourth place all time in most pro tour wins.
Cool.
Behind Ricky Wysocki, Paul Macbeth, and Eagle McMahon.
Good old Eagle.
And Calvin and Simon Lizotte.
Yeah.
So those are the top five. Kevin Jones, Missouri boy, was winning the whole time. He got second place. Tied for second place at the end. He got a double bogey on hole 18 of the last round.
Damn. He lost because of that?
Yeah.
Holy shit.
Yeah.
He cracked.
Yeah.
Damn.
They were tied going into hole 18. Man, and he double bogeyed hole 18. And
was it par 3?
Par 4.
Par 4.
So he threw 6 strokes. He went OB twice.
Holy shit. Was it even hard or was it wide open?
No, it's definitely the conditions were crappy as hell too.
Windy, rainy.
Very windy. Very hardest I've seen a pro tour event be with wind.
Dang.
And
nobody could putt then, I guess.
That wasn't the issue though. He went OB off the drive.
Yeah.
And then off trying to throw it in to tie from 200 feet. So off the tee, Calvin goes first because that's how he won the last hole and stuff and got in there
Mm-hmm.
He's inbounds by a disc length.
Mm-hmm.
And Kevin Jones, the Missouri boy,
Mm-hmm.
throws what looks like a great shot, but the wind just drops it straight into the lake. The hole is, there's a lake here, then a lake over here, and there's a little path, and then it opens up again. But then there's a green, there's a golf green, like an actual ball golf green, that you can't land on. That's OB as well. So there's a little landing spot.
You gotta explain this like audio wise.
Oh, I can't. So
There's a butt crack of land in between two lakes.
There's a butt crack of land in between two lakes. Two lakes. That's about 400 feet away. And then it kind of opens back up
to a field.
Back up again. To the left, there's a ball golf green. It's like a big oval. That's OB as well.
Mm-hmm.
Then up this little hill is the hole perched on top of a little plateau, and then behind the hole is also OB as well.
Cool. And so he failed.
And a lot of guys will get to that second opening by the green, by the ball golf green. Calvin was a disc length away from being OB. He was safe. Kevin went to go match his shot, and the wind, instead of helping it like Calvin's did, it boosted it into the lake.
Oof. So
Kevin then had to throw his third shot. He threw it up from behind, from 200 feet in front of the tee pad. The hole is a par 4, 888 feet. Par 4.
Mm-hmm.
And so he throws it. He's about 200, maybe like 170 feet away from the basket. Calvin is parked for par because he just laid up for par, forcing Kevin to make this 170-foot shot. Kevin Jones throws it. It looks beautiful. Hits off the band.
Dang.
Hits off the band from 170 feet.
Yeah.
And then goes out of bounds.
He's probably so pissed off.
Behind the basket. So.
Cool.
And then Calvin then easily taps it in. Kevin gets double bogey. Calvin Heimberg then wins the Las Vegas Challenge for his fourth time. Second time winning that challenge. Fifth or sixth time winning an all-time Elite Series event. Kevin Jones, cool story. His dad is on or coaches on the Missouri football team.
Cool.
So that's cool. That's a cool story with him. So our next event thing we can.
Connor's walkthrough of Star Wars story.
Yeah. So I was just wanting to talk about Star Wars a little bit.
Just because Mandalorian came out today.
Yeah, I mean, and I was gonna explain how how I used to want to go through the chronological order of Star Wars and what I've done through there.
Okay, where are you at?
So I haven't done it in quite a while, but I'm currently. Last thing I watched in the order was Rogue One, a Star Wars story. Now I do have a few things to backtrack on because they've come out since then. Bad Batch season 2 is currently being posted every single Wednesday.
Mm-hmm.
We're in episode 11 this week, and then Mondor or Andor, if you want to call it that, is out as well. That is before Rogue One. But also Mandalorian season 3 did come out today, March 1st. So that's pretty exciting.
We haven't even seen season 1 or 2.
Nope. I'm not there yet. I don't know. I know Dayton wants to watch a lot of stuff with me now. I'm not sure if I'm going to do that with Star Wars at all with him. So
cool. You hear this kid over here, guys? That's so cool.
You watched The Last of Us all by yourself, so.
I'm watching it with you guys.
Okay, whatever. It's bullshit. But yeah, it was very it's very cool. Heck, I also bought a novel book.
Oh
about a
yeah,
novel.
Star Wars.
The
Book.
Light of the Jedi.
Is it good?
Yeah, it's very cool. It's definitely so. This book at the time I bought it was the first thing in the Star Wars story ever that's canon.
Yeah.
So you cannot find a book that's earlier than that book that I have.
Mm-hmm.
So it's like the beginning of the Star Wars story that's canon. This book is canon to the Star Wars story. It's so strange because there's hundreds of thousands of Jedi on like each planet. Like that's crazy. Just to think now there's like one or two
Yeah.
in the whole entire universe, the whole entire galaxy alone.
Well,
One.
Ryan Johnson could just pull more out of his ass.
I mean, yeah. But so it's just incredible. It's very it's definitely cool to see, to hear. I can't really see them, but to hear about the stories of these Jedi and how like important they were. They even talked about Master Yoda.
Yeah.
That's so cool. I mean, this is thousands of years before Phantom Menace, the first Star Wars thing we have, like on TV.
Dang.
This is thousands of years before the Phantom Menace.
Dang.
So that's incredible. That's incredible. There's cool, just like stories of these Jedi, and then they like each like the special ones that we've heard so far have like powers that a lot of Jedis just don't have now, I guess, because like they have like different like levels in the Force. Heck, I know we have that today in the movies and stuff, but they have like special like powers that they can do with the Force almost. It's like cool. Yeah, it's pretty cool how they all like connect together almost.
Cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
Um,
So after Rogue One, what comes after that?
the old movies,
Hype.
the original
Yeah,
trilogy.
I guess that makes sense because it's literally the start of Episode 4 is the end
Yeah.
of episode Rogue One.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So. Yeah, and then after that comes Mandalorian and Boba Fett, and then a cartoon show again, The Resistance,
Mm.
and then the sequel trilogy.
We can skip those last three. Oh, man. Brutal.
But I know they're trying to make more, which I hope it's good. TV shows, I guess, have been pretty good. I know Clone Wars was really good. Holy crap. Season 7, I know, was really good. Mondor, we haven't seen it, but I guess it's really good. The Mandalorian was really good. Boba Fett, not so much, I guess, I've heard. Obi-Wan was okay.
No, it was not. But okay.
It was fine.
That's the only Star Wars show I've watched.
Bad Batch was really good.
Don't watch it.
Season 2 could be pretty good too. But yeah, so that's Star Wars, really. It's not really much.
Is that all you want to
new
talk about?
Talk about. I mean, you're not talking at all. I'm doing it.
You're the host, man.
That's not how the host works. I usually do all the talking.
You want me to talk about Star Wars?
Yeah, you don't talk at all.
Watching in chronological order is kind of cool. But we still need to watch The Mandalorian and catch up. First things first we need to do is finish season 1 of Vinland Saga, even if we're not going to watch season 2. Just so we can finish it.
Yeah.
Second thing second, y'all need to get caught up on The Last of Us. We finished episode 3, and we're going to talk about that here in a little bit.
Here in a little bit.
But, yeah, we got a lot of Star Wars to watch if we're going to watch the shows that come out.
Oh, yeah.
We did watch Obi-Wan. I thought it was bad.
It's all right.
You know, it kind of just shat all over Obi-Wan.
I mean, if you liked Ewan McGregor or Ewan.
Minion McGregor.
He's really good. So, I mean, still. So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, he's good.
Yeah,
They
he's
just
good.
butchered Obi-Wan the character.
Yeah.
Okay. What other Star Wars stuff? We still need to watch the other one that we started, but we didn't finish.
What's
Visions.
I watched more of that than you did.
Yeah. If you're done talking about that, we can be done talking about Star
Yeah,
Wars.
that's fine. Yeah.
I mean, I don't know what else to talk about.
No, yeah. Okay. We can move on to
Are you ready for episode 10?
of just the movies?
Yeah, that's a joke.
Yeah, man.
Because Disney can just milk it.
Yeah. So let's move on. We're gonna talk about
Spoil stuff.
No. We're not gonna talk
Oh.
talk about spoil stuff yet. We're going to give our spoiler-free review first.
Let's hear Connor's spoiler-free review.
I mean, then we're going to
What movie are you spoiler-free reviewing?
Antman and the Wasp
Okay.
is what we are going to go ahead and talk about. Antman and the Wasp Quantumania. Oh, sorry. Is the film. It is it's okay for Marvel, I think. I don't think it was that bad. Starring Paul Rudd and
Let's start off. What's it rated?
on IMDb it is a 6.5 out of 10 stars.
And what did Connor give it?
my ratings, you're gonna laugh at my
You're going to
rating.
say 9, I swear.
6.9. That's what I gave it. That is what I gave it.
Okay, that's not the worst rating I thought. I thought if you're going to say like an 8, I was about to walk out, and you could have finished the podcast.
Well, 6.9. I didn't hate it and I didn't love it.
I think it's a 6. Flat.
Yeah, well,
Because I'm not Connor, and I give point numbers. I give whole numbers.
I like to give my points because I think a 6 is too low, but a 7's too high.
You basically gave it a 7, though.
Oh, didn't?
6.9.
If I would have given it a 7, I would have said 7.
Yeah, but I round up in this world.
I
Whole
don't.
numbers
I'm
only.
sorry. I don't do that. It's nominated for an award.
Which is?
I'm looking. Best music supervision for a trailer.
That was hype. Their trailer, I'm not going to lie, was insanely hype.
It is pretty cool.
Yellow Brick Road by Elton John. You're like, holy shit. And then
you really like that trailer.
yeah, it's super good. And then the movie's butchered.
Yeah, really. You hated it.
Non-spoiler review. You got Scott Lang.
Scott Lang.
Paul Rudd.
Paul Rudd.
He's, just
Babysitting again. Disney, man. Goodness.
he's, come off the hype of being an Avenger, and he, trying to adjust to his new life.
Yeah.
Reconnecting with his daughter. Gets him and his daughter's smart. Builds a machine. They get thrown into the quantum realm.
Yep. That's
Basically the
that's
general
as much
plot.
as we're gonna give you with the plot with spoiler free.
Hank.
But
no, we could keep going. Hank and Janet also get tossed in there.
Dr. Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne.
Yeah. Michelle Pfeiffer. Ooh. You're too young.
I don't like her.
Before your
as much as
generation.
you, man. You're in my same generation too, so
Before your generation, bro. You don't understand.
yeah, I don't.
They get dragged in the quantum realm. There's a big bad man. I'm pretty sure we could just say his name because they already know who it is.
Yes, he's in the trailers. Jonathan Majors.
Jonathan Majors as King
the
the Conqueror.
Jonathan Majors gives the best performance out of everybody.
Damn. I was about to say Connor. He's like the best actor.
Yeah, probably.
Like he tried to drag the whole thing up, he just couldn't. Disney's weight of shit pile. He just couldn't pull it up. His biceps were not big enough to curl that.
I had never seen him before Loki, the TV show.
Mm-hmm.
And when I first saw him, I was like, holy crap, this dude is good. He's good as shit, dude. He performed well in this as well.
Creed 3 might be wild. If it's
I-
actually like good.
Comes out soon. Comes out on Wednesday. Tomorrow.
Damn, really?
Tomorrow. Yeah.
Damn. We gonna watch that?
I have to watch the first two first.
But yeah, basically Scott and them, you know, have to work through situations to try and escape the quantum realm.
Yep.
While also, avoiding King.
Yep.
Is that it?
Yeah.
Is that it for spoiler free?
Yeah. So we can. It's gonna be hard because if people want to listen to our
Spoiler free is so hard.
I mean, yeah. We're also going to talk about The Last of Us 2, so I don't know how we're going to do this too, but I guess we will not do a spoiler-free part for The Last of Us, so I guess that makes sense. So
if you guys don't want to be spoiled for Ant-Man or The Last of Us, then I guess this is where we're signing off.
Yeah, for you guys, for sure.
But I would suggest us listening anyways.
I mean, I wouldn't. Go watch especially The Last of Us.
Maybe. If you played the video games, then whatever. Ant-Man, I'm telling you right now, you ain't got to go see it, so you might as well listen.
You could watch it. It's a good movie.
Okay. Get into it, Connor. What happens?
All right, so we start out, as Dayton said before, Paul Rudd, Scott Lang is all happy. He has all of his family back. Cassie, Dr. Hank Pym, Hope, his little girlfriend, who's the Wasp. Hank, Janet, Cassie, they're all together. Cassie's in prison to start out the movie.
What for?
I don't know. What'd she do?
She's an activist protest.
Oh,
person.
right. Yeah, great.
Which is funny because, like, Greta
yeah.
Thunberg is in prison.
I
Or
unfollowed
got arrested.
a Marvel actor because of her, by the way.
Really? What happened?
Mark Ruffalo was, like, supporting her in her book.
Okay,
So
off topic. Keep
I
going.
unfollowed Mark Ruffalo. Sorry, Hulk. Don't like you now. But, so Scott and Hope and them get her out of jail.
Mm-hmm.
Bail her out, I guess. So then they go back home. All five of them are together, as in Scott, Hope, Hank Pym, Janet, and Cassie are all together. They're all five just sitting there, and they're all like giggling and stuff about what Cassie's doing. Scott has no idea. Her own father, while she's been working on a quantum
Radio transmitter.
Right. Now, actually, Janet doesn't know that either.
Mm-hmm.
She knows about it, but she doesn't know that what she's doing with it, which is sending a signal down to the quantum realm. They have no idea what the quantum realm is. Janet obviously has been there, and Janet seems to be like a freaking king or like queen almost of it. We'll get into that. With a famous actor that I knew who was in it.
Mm-hmm.
Was that a shock to you?
No, he's in the trailer, I'm pretty sure.
Oh, is he? Okay. Well, so the machine then malfunctions while they're all looking at it, and their whole entire garage room, including all the people, get sent into the quantum realm, where it kind of starts getting sketchy because we start to learn that the quantum realm is just not all little maggots running around. We learning that there's people and civilizations in the quantum realm. Janet Van Dyne is then with Hank and Hope. They are just now learning about how there are people down there, and it's a whole other world.
Correct.
While Scott and Cassie get abducted by these quantum people, they're all freaking out because they think they're going to hurt them in the real, but actually they're just pretty good people.
Mm-hmm.
To learn that they learn that. But
so our character gets abducted by native people.
Yeah,
of
we're
the
gonna-
quantum realm.
let's follow Scott and Cassie first, because it kind of does do that split view.
A story, B story.
Right. Scott and Cassie get abducted by the quantum people. They get taken back to their like world,
Mm-hmm.
and they're like doing like this like ritual thing, with Scott, and then we don't know where Cassie went. Cassie then pops up with red ooze dripping down her mouth and stuff, and she's like, just drank the ooze, man.
Mm-hmm.
And this weird little creature who has no holes is like, he's like getting all weird and freaky with Scott Lang.
Looks like a little slug.
And they're all shouting this random language,
Mm-hmm.
and then the slug like puts the ooze into Scott's mouth. Scott drinks it, and then that ooze makes you understand their language, I guess.
The classic trope.
Right. And so and then they come to realize, oh, they're actually okay people. They're not actually gonna hurt them. Now we can go to Hank Pym and Janet Van Dyne. They are in Hope, of course. Hope is with them too. Janet kind of knows her way around because she's been there for practically her whole entire life.
Yeah.
Well, she finds like this crew of raiders, and Hank and Hope are all scared as crap because they're rolling up on them. And then, Janet goes up to this creepy old, like tall, like raider thing, and boom, they dap each other up and hug each other, like, woo, my old friend, all that shit. And Hank and Hope are like, what the hell? You know people down here?
Yeah.
And Janet's like, oh yeah, there's like whole worlds of stuff. They go to this bar place, like the Cantina in Star Wars, where they meet a very old friend of Janet,
Bill Murray.
Lord Kryler, who happens to be Bill Murray. Bill Murray, and Janet got a little freaky. It was a weird little. They tried to be funny and weird with those scenes. Not too funny or weird at all, really. I have needs, blah blah blah.
Mm-hmm.
Just to and they don't. Janet and Bill Murray did not like him, also known as Kang the Conqueror. But since Janet's been gone, Bill Murray has made an alliance with Kang the Conqueror, and Kang wants Janet to help him do what he was going to do in the original time, which we'll get to that as well. Your turn, because I'm talking through it all, so it's your turn.
So Bill Murray, they steal the ship. Then Scott and them get kidnapped by Kang. And they get thrown in jail. Scott and Cassie. Then what happens after that? I forgot. Kang forces Scott to go down and get the multiverse engine.
Well, let's back up, Dayton.
Okay, keep going.
You're not explaining why the multiverse engine's important. So we got a flashback of Janet telling Hank and Hope who Kang is.
Yep.
So Janet was just there in the quantum realm, and Kang's ship crashed right there in front of her, and they kind of started helping each other, became friends and stuff. She was trying to help him build the multiversal engine back. Trying to build it back so he can leave. But when she built it, started it again, and then put it into the machine, to the ship, she could see his memories. And she could see all the multiversal wars that Kang has done and all this bad things that Kang has done. She therefore figures, if I help this man, it's going to ruin. He's going to keep on doing that. She therefore puts her little big thing, her Hank Pym magic on it, and boom, it explodes the whole thing, makes it big so it can't go into the engine. So that's what happens then. Now, Scott and Cassie are in prison, and Kang is forcing Scott Lang to go down and shrink the battery once again for him to do it. He goes down there, does that. We get this whole trippy little scene with hundreds of little of Scotts and all this. It was a pretty cool scene, kind of annoying as well though.
Yeah. Because he had to shrink down super duper tiny.
Yes, and then
Which doesn't make sense because they're like in the quantum realm, but no, whatever.
I guess you can be in the quantum of the quantum, dude. And then he gets the thing back. Janet and Hope and Hank get there.
Yep.
With their little army of helpers that they called the signal for. No, they didn't do that. But they get there. They're all like, don't do this. Cassie then gets on the intercom and she calls the help of all the people, like the original crew that gave Scott and Cassie the juice, you know?
Yeah.
And they came, they started causing havoc with their alive buildings and stuff. Because everything's alive down there, I guess.
Yeah.
And then we missed a character. It's not really important. MODOK was also there.
Corey Scroll.
If you guys know the first Ant-Man and the Wasp, or just some Ant-Man, the first one, the bald guy that was going to take over Hank's business.
What's his name? Darren. Darren's
also known as MODOK.
Let's talk about MODOK. Let's spend 30 seconds on MODOK.
Okay.
You would think that after Shark Boy and Lava Girl, they would figure that you can't, give a human head uber tiny, body characteristics.
Yeah.
They would think they'd figure that out by now. But no. They had the most ridiculous looking character I think I've ever seen on TV.
Yeah.
So they basically made a Mr. Electric version.
Yeah,
MODOK.
You're right.
So Darren became MODOK, which is, what's it stand for?
Oh, goodness. Machine only.
Destruction or something. This is like an ultimate killing machine.
Yeah, that's
that
what it
King
is.
gave him crazy armor and stuff.
Yeah.
So he finds out that Scott's down there and basically torches the whole village that he's in.
Yeah.
Trying to kill Scott.
Yeah.
Scott and them get away.
Yeah.
Then after they get captured by King, he's in there. He's like their prison, their guard or whatever.
Yeah, even though they're both making fun of him.
Yeah. He looks ridiculous. The CGI is so bad.
Yeah.
They should have just done like a full 3D rendered character, but no.
I thought at first I knew who MODOK was, and at first I'm like, oh, they did a really good job because he didn't open up the mask yet.
Yeah.
If there was no personality behind him,
Yeah.
or no person behind him,
Yeah.
and it was just the freaking robot
Yeah.
with the mask, I literally was saying, wow, they did a really good job.
That knocked down one IMDb point for me.
And then it freaking opened up, and it's just this bald dude smiling.
Mm-hmm.
Scott! I'm like, what the hell, dude? They fucking just
destroyed
ruined
this character.
Just ruined it.
Have you done any research on him before?
Yeah. It's actually, he has no connection to the story at all. But it is, the story behind him is kind of the same, but he didn't get shrunk like a quantum realm or nothing like that, or so. But
yeah, in the comic books, he actually looks menacing and is not super dumb.
It definitely is easier to do him as a comic book character. It definitely.
Yeah, but they made Thanos. What I'm saying is, like, they used an actual human face and they just pasted it onto a robot flying guy.
That is what they did. It was just horrible. It was.
They
really
should have done a full 3D model mocap render and had a Thanos type character. Because I think, isn't he purple? Isn't MODOK purple?
Yeah.
Yeah. Could have
Well,
done that.
not the real. No, the comics are. It's a human face.
Oh, is it?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, they could have done it different.
I mean, I'm telling you, like if they did not give him a character, and it was just the robot.
Yeah, I feel like they just had to bring Darren back just for shits and giggles.
So good. He had no important part of it.
Yeah.
There's no if he wasn't there, the story wouldn't have changed. It probably would have been better.
Yep.
So I don't know why he was there.
Okay. Keep going.
Well, really the rest of the story just goes on with a big battle really.
Scott, gets the core.
Yeah.
Hope helps him escape. They had a little ant reference because there was like a gajillion Scotts, and they were climbing over each other to try and grab the core.
Yeah.
Like how ants do to get across water and stuff.
Yeah.
He does that. And then King captures Janet and is gonna save her or something. Or what was it? Yeah. So they have this huge battle scene.
Yeah, big one.
The native people that MODOK killed with, at the beginning of the arc.
Yeah.
We got Ant-Man and Cassie. Cassie has a suit because apparently we have to have another Ant-Man.
I don't find it too bad.
Kang's charging up his shit.
Yeah.
Because we have to have a time, times tie.
Well, yeah, it was charging up to get for the ship to work. Yeah.
Yeah.
And there's a really cool scene. I actually really like this scene where Scott then makes himself the big Scott.
Mm-hmm.
And then he's just running through this town, smacking down ships and shit.
Mm-hmm.
It was really cool, and how he bust open the shield and stuff. That's a cool scene.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. If that's the case, you could have gotten bigger because he's already super tiny, isn't he? Or is this? I don't even know. I don't even know how the quantum realm works.
I don't know either.
I don't even think scientists know how it works. So
No.
you can do whatever you want in there.
Yep.
So.
Okay. So after that, Scott then just gets in there to the room with Kang and all of his little minions. All the minions die, of course, because that's usually how that works. And then the family, all five of them, get in that same room. The portal then opens up to get back to...
We forgot somebody died, Connor.
Who died?
MODOK.
Yeah, nobody cares about MODOK dying, Dayton.
Exactly, so that's my point. Nobody cared about MODOK. Okay, keep going. They're in the ship.
Right. And then
command center.
Yes. A portal then opens back up to get to the real world.
Mm-hmm.
Where Hank, Hope, and Janet run into the portal just immediately, and Cassie is looking back to her dad.
Mm-hmm.
Like, what are you doing? Scott then pushes her through the tunnel or through the portal, and then the portal closes.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Scott's over on one side of the room, Kang's on the other side of the room, and they have this run chase to the portal, and then Scott tackles Kang, and then the portal closes.
Yep.
And then a 1v1 fight scene where Kang is beating the shit out of Scott. And then ants come. I think I did this wrong. I think Hank was still here. I think they were all still here.
Yeah, you completely skipped how MODOK,
Yeah. A bunch of ants came.
So after they
did all that,
fix the engine, and they, were going to beat Kang, Hank had a whole bunch of super intelligent ants that he teleported down to the quantum realm with him, and they basically whooped ass because, ant movie.
Yep. And then
There you
they went home, and then that 1v1 scene did happen then. And
Jonathan Majors is fucking massive.
Yep.
Getting ready for Creed. Holy shit.
And then Hope came right back through a different portal, I guess she made. And then, like, blew up Kang.
Mm-hmm.
And then Scott and Hope went home. And then everybody started freaking out because, oh my gosh, it's Ant-Man. I don't know how they knew about Ant-Man now from the quantum realm.
Yeah.
But that's Ant-Man now. He doesn't get his discount now at the store. That's a funny part, though. Come on.
Oh, what?
He doesn't get
Oh.
that a discount now.
Yeah. Funny stuff.
But
so that's the end of the movie.
yeah. Overall, I didn't think it was that bad, really at all.
As a thematic, story, it didn't exist at all.
Yeah.
Scott basically was thrown into a new situation. Didn't have to learn anything to get out of it.
Yeah.
Didn't have to pay any heavy price to get out of it.
No.
And got out unscathed, didn't learn a single thing. So basically the beginning of the movie and the end of the movie, exactly the same thing.
Yeah.
I'm saying is there's basically no point to anything. We were supposed to care about MODOK and seeing him again, but really nobody gives a shit. And he died. People thought like we were going to give a lot of craps about MODOK, Darren, but nobody cared.
No, and then I thought we would see more of Kang as Kang the Conqueror instead of just a regular old dude. You know what I mean?
I guess I don't understand.
Kang is so powerful, but we don't really see that yet.
Well, yeah, they're trying to hold. You can't just give all the juice.
He's been in 2 shows now.
Yeah.
A show and a movie now. Like, when are we gonna?
Yeah. Okay, mid-credit scene.
I don't even know. I forgot.
It's basically Rick and Morty, and Kang is basically Rick Sanchez.
Oh, right. It's
So there's like a whole galactic federation of nothing but Kangs.
And it's like, well, that's the whole story of Kang. You know what I mean?
Yeah, he's like Rick Sanchez.
Yeah, and they're all like, the exiled one is dead.
Yep.
And then post credit scene, the ending credit scene, is I liked it a lot.
I never watched Loki, so
Loki and Mobius
mm-hmm.
sitting in like a theater, and the star of the theater show
in 1920s
was Kang the Conqueror.
Yep.
And Loki's like, that's him, because Mobius didn't see him in the show.
Mm-hmm.
Loki and Sylvie did.
Yeah.
But Mobius didn't. And Loki's freaking out because he thinks this is the most powerful thing on the planet, which it probably is.
Well, he's just a version. On here it says his name's Victor Timely.
Well, He Who Remains was what his name was on the Loki show. So yeah. So yeah, pretty exciting stuff. Pretty good. I like Loki season 2 they've been filming that for a while now.
For real?
Yeah.
Dang.
Yeah, that's pretty exciting because Loki was probably the best show to come out.
Probably. You're right. Probably.
You would like Moon Knight, I think.
Yeah. Oscar. I'm sort of done with Oscar.
Moon Knight's got a really good
Had enough Oscar for my decade.
Moon Knight's got some pretty good CGI, I thought.
I can only handle so much.
Right.
Star Wars and Ex Machina.
And Dune.
Yeah, there's too much Oscar.
So let's go ahead and move on. It's been a long one already.
It's been a decent podcast.
It's like an
Speaking
hour
of Rick
and a
and
half
Morty,
right
we'll touch on that for 30 seconds.
now. What is that?
Justin got arrested.
That's old news.
Well, what's your opinion on it?
Nah, whatever.
Do you think it's wild? Apparently, they're still making seasons.
Yep, there.
I don't know how they're going to do it when both Rick and Morty and the co-writer of the whole show is out. But
I mean,
it's going to be interesting.
People are dropping songs from prison too, man.
I guess. It's going to be they might even make some jokes. I doubt it, but That'd be funny as
So yeah,
shit.
let's get into The Last of Us.
The Last of Us. Based off a hit game.
The Last of Us.
Yeah.
Yes.
Won
So,
a gajillion awards.
Yes, very good game. Yes, I haven't played it, but I know it's a big game.
You should, because you have a PS.
Yeah. So episode 1 is titled "When You're Lost in the Darkness." There's also spoilers if you guys are going to still watch it. It just starts off with the story of Joel and his daughter. I do not know her name. Sarah. And kind of just like and showing us how close they are together. Well, let's move on a little bit, make it a little bit shorter of a summary. Tommy is Joel's brother. Sarah's uncle are at work. It's nighttime. Or Tommy got in jail, right? Joel had to go get her or go get him. And then Sarah went over to or she got woken up by like these big booms and stuff.
Transformers like on top of electric poles were exploding.
Right, because in this world there was a fungal outbreak that ravages the planet.
Are you reading the description of the episode?
Yes, I am.
We don't even know that yet.
Well,
the first 45 minutes of this episode are so suspenseful because like you have no clue what's happening.
Yeah.
So Sarah goes over to her neighbor's house and sees that the old lady that was her, neighbor friend, turned into this crazy zombie fungus human.
Right. So the fungus controls humans now. It controls them, and all it really wants to do is just keep expanding its network of fungi. And by doing that, they're putting spores inside of humans.
Correct.
So what she walks into is the grandma over top of what seems to be her daughter. You know what I mean? She just sees these long dangly spores going into her daughter's mouth.
Mycelium. But yeah.
Right. Yes. And it's like, what the hell? And Sarah runs out. Joel and Tommy roll up in this truck. And then
Pedro Pascal.
Joel just slaps the shit out of her, kills her. And Sarah's like, what the hell? Oh my gosh. And they're going all over the place, driving away. Pretty cool scene there.
They're in Austin. They're trying to escape Austin.
Right. And I guess the military has been told, kill people.
So eventually, they get stuck in a city and their car crashes. They have to run out on foot.
Right.
They run away from some infected, and a Marine finds them. He calls to his superior, and he's like, what should I do? And, this girl's injured. Yeah. And he's like, we don't hear the other side of the radio, but he says, yes, sir. And he puts his gun up to shoot him because you can't have the infection spreading around.
Right. And then I'm not sure of the little details, but he does shoot the gun. I don't know like how he misses both of them, but he does end up killing Sarah. And Tommy shows up and shoots
the Marine guy before he could kill Joel.
Yes. And Sarah does end up dying, and we get this very emotional scene with Joel holding his dead daughter, screaming and crying. Very sad. I even had tears.
So that's the first act of episode 1.
Then it cuts to 20 years later.
2023. This happened in 2003 is when the outbreak happened.
So it cuts to 2023, which I think it's so cool that this episode dropped on the 15th of January 2023.
Yeah.
Literally the year of this show.
They did that on purpose, but yeah.
Yeah.
The game came out in 2013, and the game takes place in 2033.
So, we get to a QZ. I don't know exactly what that means.
Quarantine zone.
Right. Oh, okay. And Joel is just like a working man, kind of like in Obi-Wan, with Obi-Wan going back and forth between the minefields and home, getting like his pay. That's kind of how Joel is. Well, Joel and this woman Tess
his right hand woman
right,
partner,
right, yes, no more.
girlfriend,
No, probably not.
girlfriend.
I guess I just don't. I didn't look at them like that.
They need to get a car battery
So they
to
can
escape the
leave
QZ
and go find Tommy.
and go find his brother Tommy, who's apparently in Wyoming somewhere.
Right, and they are in Boston right now.
They're in Boston, so it's a long
Boston,
trek.
Massachusetts. Yes, far, far ways away. And then we get the story with that with this woman.
Yep. The leader of a resistance group.
Yes, I'm not sure what
The
her name is.
Fireflies.
Yes, and then
Marlene.
Yes, is there.
She said, "I can get you a truck if you take this girl and deliver her to my guys outside the
Yep,
QZ."
and this girl is
Ellie.
Ellie Williams, who we then during the little scene with Marlene and Ellie, we see that Ellie has a spot on her arm where she was bit from an infected,
But hasn't turned infected
which you should turn infected.
Yep.
But she hasn't.
Yep.
And it's
So
been
she's special.
and it's been a little while since it's happened, so that therefore makes her special. And they think she is now they can study her and find a cure for this fungus.
Mm-hmm.
That's really how it ends.
Correct.
And then
Well, doesn't end. They get out of the quarantine zone. This cop confronts Joel and says, "You're going to be arrested." He has a Vietnam flashback to,
Sarah
20 years ago, and he goes rage mode and beats him to death.
Yeah. Well, I really liked that because it immediately showed that there's going to be a very good relationship between Joel and Ellie, because he stood up for her.
Mm-hmm.
I really liked that. And then it just took over like this, like kind of like a father instinct, kind of like took over, and he protected them.
He goes rage mode.
Kills the cop that he actually had business with
Selling them
earlier in the episode.
fentanyl.
Right, for cigarettes or something like that.
Yeah. And then they escape. And that's the end of episode 1. Episode 2, let's go.
So episode 2 was a bit darker. They are making their way out of the QZ, out of Boston.
They're inside Boston's downtown.
And Tess and Joel kind of know their way through the town because they've been out of the town before. But they're a little bit more cautious now because they are having to bring along Melly.
They stop and decide, should we kill Ellie or not, or what should we do?
Tess is like, no.
Tess is like, we got to take her.
Joel's like,
we should have killed her. Joel thinks we should have killed her.
Yeah.
Then they go through the Capitol, they go through a museum to,
Right.
There's a road. That's the only way to get through this block.
Because the road was blocked
by a
skyscraper, full of
skyscraper.
Hundreds of the infected people.
Yeah. They have to go through this museum. And then we see these zombies called clickers.
Right, because they're making little sounds because they are echolocation
So
and stuff.
The clickers, if you know the video game, they're infected that have been infected for such a long time that the fungus broke out of their face, their skull cavity, and it has this huge fan coming out of their face, and they use it as echolocation, and they're super hyper aggressive and crazy.
Yeah. So it's kind of like The Quiet Place.
Yeah, and they have this battle with them inside this museum. There's only 2 of them, so they end up killing them.
Yeah.
Then they make it to the Capitol where they're supposed to deliver Ellie.
Right.
And it turns out Tess got bit.
Right.
So she was going to turn into an infected.
Right. And then she makes the ultimate sacrifice.
Realizes that there's nobody at the Capitol.
Right.
Everybody died because one guy got infected. And so they basically
themselves.
killed all themselves.
Yeah.
Joel steps on a cordyceps fungus thing that alerts all the big group that they, dodged.
Just saw, yeah.
And there's a whole bunch of ammo and grenades and stuff in this house. And she dumps over a whole bunch of gasoline, tells Joel and them to run, and then Tess lights the fire.
It's a very awesome freaking scene because I'm sitting there the whole time like, my mouth just I'm just holding my breath because the lighter wouldn't work.
Yep. And she's making out with an infected.
And she's sitting there in the corner, and these infected are just running past her. And then one stops and looks at her. She's still trying to get this, and then this infected starts making out, like you said, but putting the spores inside of her mouth. And on the last little flip of her thumb, trying to spark this lighter, she flips it, then drops it, and you could see her just turn, just like that. And on that last flick, the flame caught, and then it cuts to Joel and Ellie
outside the Capitol building,
far away down this pasture,
and the whole thing just explodes. Yep.
And that's how episode 2 ends. Very cool. Episode 3.
Connor's favorite episode 3.
Oh, let me explain to you what my ratings were for we didn't talk about the ratings of episode 1 or 2.
Okay, what's your rating?
9.2 was IMDb's 1. Mine was 9.4. I really liked it. I thought it was better than what IMDb said. 9.2. 9.4 for me. Episode 2 was a 9.1 on IMDb. I give it a 9.2.
Okay. Episode 3 is an 8 on IMDb.
Episode 3 is an 8 on IMDb.
What'd you
it's
give
the lowest so far. I gave it a 7.7. Real big drop off. For reasons we will get into.
Do you want to explain or you want me to explain it?
It doesn't matter.
Episode 3.
Worthless piece of shit episode.
So
I could have I could have put it a 2 for goodness sake.
So
but I didn't.
We start out with Joel and Ellie. They got out of Boston. They stop at this gas station because Joel stashed a bunch of supplies there so they could make their way out west.
Yeah. Well, he did it years ago, but yeah.
Yeah. She finds some tampons and infected inside the basement, and then she starts thinking about, oh, this is a human at one point.
Kills it.
Kills the infected. Then we walk down the road, and Joel's like, I don't want you to see this, and it's a bunch of dead skeleton bodies.
Right.
And then we flash back to 03.
Which is the whole entire episode,
And
by
we
the way.
flash back to Lincoln, Boston, or Massachusetts, I think. I guess it's Massachusetts. Lincoln, Massachusetts. And there's this guy named Bill who's a prepper. And basically the whole city's getting rounded up because, people are going to go quarantine zone. But there's only enough room for so much people. So they're basically going to take him out and kill him.
Yeah.
Bill's in his basement with a shotgun watching all these cameras he has set up. He's a prepper, so he's basically, like crazy.
Yeah.
And then all the police are gone, and he basically has a heyday.
He goes out, takes everything.
Goes to
for
Home
free.
Depot, steals everything.
I mean, just the ultimate survival setup for any type of apocalypse.
Has so many guns. He knows how to cook and eat food. He has shotgun traps, electric fence.
Right. But in traps, booby traps everywhere around the city. And put up a fence around the whole city, which is awesome.
He lives like that for 4 years.
And then there's a man that falls into his trap.
One day a man falls into his trap.
Frank, right? Frank,
he was on his way to Boston to go to the QZ.
Yeah, Frank, what a guy.
You want me to talk about it or you want to talk about
it? No, I'll talk about it.
Okay, go. Explain the next.
Frank then explains how he's hungry, wants food. Bill's like, this is not no Arby's, blah, blah, blah. Helps him out, still feeds him. Shower, he still has a shower, and Bill still has a shower and everything.
Yeah, hot water.
They start playing piano, and they kind of like are getting like emotional. Turns out, they're sexually attracted to each other. They go upstairs in the bedroom, and we get this very sensual scene of the two old men sexting it up.
Nick Offerman getting a blowjob from a dude. Connor shivering over there.
Um,
So basically, Frank and Bill fall in love, which this is all accurate in the video game, Connor. So you can't really freak out that much.
I don't care. I'm freaking out as much as I can.
They fall in love. They're together, for 3 years. And then after 3 years, that's when Bill and Tess show up.
Joel.
And they're sorry, not Bill and Tess. Joel and Tess show up and basically become trading partners with them.
Right.
They trade supplies and food and,
Right.
Then a couple years after that, Raiders try and attack Bill's city. And Bill gets shot, and Frank's out there helping him and all this stuff.
And then somehow they survived, and then it cuts to them as old men.
Yeah, 20 years after the start of the apocalypse. So basically the same time as the present storyline.
And then Frank wants to just
Frank's in
die.
a wheelchair because they're both old, and he has some, cancer or something.
Yeah, Frank just wants to die. He wants
Bill to get married with them and stuff.
them get married. He wants Bill to cook him one last meal, then puts a whole bunch of medicine in his wine that would kill him.
Mm-hmm.
Well, it ends up Bill also took some medicine as well.
Mm-hmm. And they both died.
They both went upstairs in the bedroom and they died.
Mm-hmm.
And then it cuts back to the actual important part of the story. Joel and Ellie
show up. Joel knows the code to the,
right, to the gate and everything.
To the gate.
To the house and everything.
Steals the truck, and they're on their way.
Listening to some old music, yeah.
Long, Long Time by Linda Ronstadt.
That's episode 3. I mean, you can obviously know why it dropped off a lot for obvious reasons. But, just for obvious reasons, though. And it dropped off for me a lot as well. For obvious reasons.
Mm-hmm.
That's about it for The Last of Us. Seriously, I'm excited for more. I really do like Melly and Joel. I think they might be my favorite characters so far in the show I've watched recently.
Mm-hmm.
That includes The Walking Dead.
Better than Breaking Bad.
And Breaking Bad.
Oh my gosh, you're wild.
I think I like those two characters so much. I do.
Okay.
Why are you doing that?
Jesse and Walt, bro.
Is that a bad take?
Jesse and Walt, all time.
I mean, I like Melly and Joel, man.
I thought it was good. You think episode 8 is terrible? It's not too terrible.
I think what?
Episode 3 is terrible. Sorry, I meant to say episode 3.
Well, I'm 7.
I've watched more than Connor. I need to watch episode 7 that came out Sunday. But yeah, other than that, I'm all caught up.
So yeah, that's about it with the pod, really.
Are you done?
Yeah, man. What else?
Any closing statements?
Let's go Royals.
We're gonna end on. Yeah, let's not end on that.
Let's go Royals, man. I'm gonna end it.
But yeah, that's basically what we've been doing last week. This is our longest one yet.
How long was it?
We're currently at an hour 53.
I told you it would be.
So this is sort of why we posted it late, is because we didn't have enough time to do all this material.
I definitely knew this was gonna be the longest one. I'd like to do a lot more of these.
Yeah.
I'd like to talk about the shows we watch into some depth.
Mm-hmm.
I definitely want to watch a new movie that's out right now.
What?
Cocaine Bear.
We will not be talking about Cocaine Bear.
Okay, well.
Why, you want to?
I don't see why not.
Boy, if you pay for it, I'll go watch it.
Well, we can do it on Monday and Tuesday when it's $5 movies.
Okay. But yeah, that's it, guys.
Yeah.
If you guys, have any comments or questions, this will be on YouTube.
Yeah.
If you made it to the end of this.
Yeah.
But yeah, thank you guys for listening. This is episode 27 of TBROS.
I'm
Dayton.
I'm Connor Toma.
And we'll see you guys next time. Peace out.
Peace.